Welcome to my market kitchen, and I could not think of a more appropriate dish to be cooking in the middle of a market in my hometown. We're doing a classic Thai dish. Go to any market, any stall holder throughout the streets of anywhere in Thailand. Bangkok in particular has some ripping ones, Chiang Mai. All right, so we're doing a stir-fried beef and holy basil. That's the key element in this dish. You see other recipes that have Thai basil in there, but there's really no substitute. The holy basil, once you've tasted it, you'll understand why. It has to be in there. We have got a pan that's been sitting on that heat for probably 10 minutes now. We want it roaring, ripping hot, okay? I'm gonna do it in a slightly different order than what you would if you had a wok burner. What I'm gonna do, I'm going in with the beef mince first. So a little hit of oil in there, and I'm gonna go with about 125 grams of beef mince. Okay, so this is like a single serve. We're just gonna break that up. I wanna start to get a little bit of color on the beef mince. The mortar and pestle, or pestle and mortar. We're gonna go in 3 cloves of garlic and a couple of bird's eye chilies. This is an incredible expression of Thailand, of Thai food. It is like boom, in your face, between the chili, the garlic, the white pepper, the holy basil. It is full on, okay? And it needs to be served with some rice. You get the rice, you get the gratuitous fried egg on top. Love it. Oh, that's what this dish is all about. You've got to commit to it. It's intense. So what I'm doing here, I'm just push the beef off to the side, get that garlic, get all of that chili in there, and start frying that off. We've got a few more here, and this is like entirely up to you. If you really want to drive it home and get it nice and spicy and commit to it, a few little bird's eye slices over the top at the end, always a nice touch. For people that don't like that much chili, yeah, add more white pepper, all right? So that's another key characteristic of this dish, a nice hit of white pepper. When you're working on a smaller burner as well, as much as you can, try not to keep lifting it off. I know it's tempting to want to pick it up and just sort of throw it around, but just leave it on there. Try and get as much contact with the flame as possible. All right, a little bit of sugar, just to balance that. Fish sauce. Now, I mean, over there, you get the ones that are just unapologetically fish saucy, and that's, you know, that's just how they roll. Over here, you can sort of rein it in a touch. You're going with about a tablespoon. A little bit of oyster sauce can be a yes or a no, but I like a touch in there. It just kind of glazes it and glosses it up, gives you that sort of secondary hit of umami. Oh, it is intense. Doing everything I told you not to do. Green beans, snake beans, anything like that. The little addition, you know, it's not, I wouldn't say it's traditional or authentic, but it just gives you that nice bit of crunch, nice bit of freshness. It just sort of brightens it up a little bit. And then the last minute, the holy basil. Now this stuff is like, there's no substitute. It might sound weird, it's like a cross between mint and tiger balm. Okay, so it's got this really unusual curry, peppery kind of flavor to it. And once it hits that pan, once it sort of gets that strike of heat, it just blows up in there. And just a little splash of water, right? And all that's gonna do, the kind of deglaze with the water, it's gonna combine with the other sauces in there, the little bit of the fat and a little bit of the oil to essentially emulsify. So you get this nice kind of slick gravy over the top that coats the mince. When you're seasoning a dish like this, you want it to be like too salty, too sweet, too spicy if you can, because once you put it with the steamed rice and the fried egg is an absolute must just to finish it off. It just reins it all in and calms it right down. Right, here we go. I said a single portion. The intensity of this dish, this is a shared meal. A couple of the beautiful fried eggs. Thai style fried egg has to have those crispy, golden, flaky, crunchy edges on it, still with a gooey yolk. So like I was saying, once you get that intense mince with the heat and the saltiness of it, combined with the steamed rice and that gooey yolk, crispy egg, crispy whites, that is living. And I'll tell you what, to cook it in a place like this, in the market, it just feels right.